Hola y bienvenidos amigos. Hello and welcome friends. Steve here, Street Smart Travel, coming at you from a site in the Amazon in Ecuador, just outside of the city of Tena in the jungle. This is a video today about the hike that we did, the swimming hole hike up the river and through the jungle and through a bunch of mud and other stuff earlier this week. You can hear the birds in the background. I've been trying to capture these bird songs for a while, and every time I try, they stop. And now I'm trying to shoot a video, and they can't do anything but chirp. So enjoy the ambiance. We were out here a couple days ago. The river was brown. We'd had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of rain recently, and a lot of the time the mudslides or just a wall of earth will fall and get washed down the river. So that was brown, like solid brown. And we had a morning excursion down here to do some work. I'll put that in a different video. I'll link to that. And after that, we went for a traditional lunch, jungle lunch, cooked in banana leaves, like the whole bit, right? Over an open flame. Fantastic. And as we were finishing lunch, one of the other volunteers said, hey, why don't we go to the swimming hole today? It's actually not raining for once, and it's sunny and nice. Why don't we go up there and cool off? And our host said, okay, why not? The volunteers here, I should say, that guy was in his early 20s, and there's a couple other ones there late 20s. So, like, on this tour, it was the volunteers, some kids from the community, our host, and a couple other family members. I was, by a wide margin, the oldest person on the tour. Totally fine, just unusual situation for me where everybody was either young enough to be my kid or a grandkid. Yeah, and I don't consider myself old, but given the company I had that day, I was by far the oldest person. What that meant was I got a walking stick for part of it, which was awesome. We're all wearing rubber boots because we're trekking across rivers and walking up rivers and through mud. And our hosts had machetes so they could clear any debris that might have fallen in the way or grown in the way since somebody was last up there. About 20 minutes in and 20 minutes back, probably. So by the time we got there, we're all hot and sweaty and ready to cool off, and the kids immediately made a beeline and just dove headfirst into this swimming hole. The water deep enough I couldn't touch the bottom, and it's behind a bit of a dam, which I'm guessing was built to help in the dry season, to kind of keep some water in the riverbed anyways. A lot of the time when it gets dry here, rivers obviously are a lot lower, and sometimes they dry out completely until the rainy season. Trekking through the jungle, overgrown trails, mud, through rivers, get up to the spot, have about an hour and a half to chill out, take some pictures, cool down, swim in very cold water. It's about 30 degrees every day down here, right, for most of the day, and humid. So it was really nice to find a spot where, okay, we can actually cool off. This is fantastic. And really nice to have the guides to tell us about the area, about their culture, to explain a bit about their language, the mythology, I guess, that they have, and some of the stories they have about the jungle. Really pretty fascinating, and also really nice of them to share that stuff, because even if I could have charted a path to this swimming hole on my own, which is highly doubtful, I would have missed on all of the other history, the mythology, the cultural aspects of this part of the jungle and of their life in it. Fair to say that they live a very different life down here than I have lived in Toronto, Canada, in the first world, such as it is. And I will say that so far I much prefer their version. Little rough around the edges at times, but really, really enjoyable, and it's so nice to be down in the jungle and be able to check it out and to explore it, and to know that you have a guide that's looking out for your safety and is going to give you information that you wouldn't be able to get in other ways. And of course, some collateral damage on the way. As we were coming back after the swim and everybody's cooled down, one of the volunteers was walking through some pretty thick mud, deep mud, and her boot got stuck in the mud. She went to take a step and was pulled back and landed on her butt in it was a big muddy area, and we're doing our best to not laugh, but she was cool with it. She was laughing, so we sort of, turned away, had a good laugh. That was literally the worst thing that happened all day. Somebody got a little dirty because they fell in the mud. And considering if we would have tried that on our own, I could definitely see how things could have gone way worse than that. That's basically the story of our unplanned, unexpected hike through the jungle to the swimming hole. The community is called Uchukulin down here. It's a Kichwa community, and the place that I'm at where I'm volunteering with a handful of other volunteers. I will link to another video about what we did that morning as well, before we went to the swimming hole, where we were down here by this river doing some work in the jungle to their garden. Highly recommend, by the way, if you're in Tena, if you want to come down to the Amazon. Tena, Misawai, fantastic area. Lots of tours if you were looking to do that kind of thing, but also lots of volunteer opportunities where you can come by and help out people down here that could really use the help, and then they just take you on these tours, right? I didn't ask for this, I wasn't expecting it. They're under no obligation to do this, so I thought it was really nice of them to take us out and show us a part of the world that I'm not likely to ever be able to see, certainly not on my own. Thanks for sticking around. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Please share this video with anybody you think might enjoy it. And definitely, if you want to come check out the Amazon, come down to Tena and Misawai down in Ecuador. Fantastic down here. So nice. Lovely people, great food, bit of rain, lovely weather. Yeah, some bugs too. But happy trails. See you out on the road.